OMG! Baby! Our tires are full, Carlos! OMG! OMG, Carlos. Babe! There's a truck! Oh my god! I'm not crazy! Babe! Oh my god!
On the way I'm slipping away, I took my feelings on you. You made me untough.
I'm Carlos.
And I'm Mallory, and this is our story.
We met in Laughlin, actually. We were both there for an off-road race and I walked up to the roulette table that she was sitting at and couldn't get my eyes off her. I told my buddy and I elbowed him and I said, I kind of eyed to her and he looked at me and was like, oh yeah.
And we just started to talk, and
I think it was the initial connection was the physical attraction. Neither one of us thought it was going to go very far because we were just there for the weekend. We didn't know anything about each other.
And then he called me Monday and asked me what I was doing, and he asked to take me out to dinner. He came up and
I drove like an hour to go see her.
These are our dogs, Abby and Rue.
Roulette.
We won her playing roulette, so we went and bought a puppy. Carlos hated bulldogs before he met me, and I convinced him to buy us a little bully.
I was actually gambling with my mom when I met Carlos, and he was giving my mom $100 chips so that we would stay at the table.
Stay with us. I've been in the auto body industry all my life. Been fixing cars, building custom cars and custom trucks and hot rods and stuff. And I love to work with my hands. I remember when I was a little kid, my first bicycle I put it together without any instructions, and I'm like probably 5 years old. I put it together myself with my own tools.
The first real big fight, he was quitting smoking cigarettes. Like day one, he was a little bit irritated. Day two, he was crazy. He was being so mean to me, and I was like, we'd been dating maybe 4 months. We left and we went back to the house, and I'm like, we need to talk about this. Like, we need to talk. There's no way that we can just fight and not talk about this and get to the bottom of it. And he just says, you know what? This isn't working out. And I'm like, what isn't working out? Like, what are you talking about? And he just snapped on me, and I was like crying, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna lose him. And then he hugged me and said that it would be okay. Sorry, it was just the first time that I knew that no matter what, we would be together. We would make it happen, even if it was hard or easy, it would just work. So it was
I think
sweet.
in 2 years, this is probably only the second or third time I've ever seen her cry.
Because I don't cry, I'm not a crybaby. But this whole experience is like, just shows you that two people can make anything happen. So it'll be nice to do this with Carlos.
Yeah.
We went to a wedding in Vegas, and him and I were just gambling the entire time, playing roulette for hours, and I was so tired, so I went back to the hotel room and I went to bed. He comes back like a couple hours later with $10,000 in chips.
I started with $300.
He wakes me up and he's like, babe, look. And I'm like, get to bed. Like, I know you haven't slept. Get in bed. And he's like, look, I made $10,000. I'm like, oh my gosh. So for the
whole weekend, I sported everything for all my friends, everybody, just
and then
dinners and
gave the bride and groom $1,000 in their card and was just like, go have the best honeymoon ever. Like, he's the biggest giver.
So I've been bartending for 2 years, and it's not obviously the occupation that I want, but it's a great way for me to make quick money. I can go in and flirt with these people, batter my eyes, have a 20-minute conversation or less. If somebody walks up to me just for the drink to go back to their table, I can hustle those people, get the money out of their pocket, and that's it.
I'm in the auto repair business. Being in that business really helps me because it's based a lot around sales and how you can basically sell your work and get as much work out of a certain person as possible. But also, on the same note, I try to help my customers, and there's kind of like a little gray area in wording with insurance companies, and try to help them work the insurance companies a little bit more so they can get a little more out of their claim, let's say.
So, Carlos has 0 tattoos.
Oh, no tattoos. We went out to a bar with some friends of ours, and they were waiting in line to get in or had just gotten in, and I said, hey, I'll be right back. I have to go to the bathroom. So I disappeared. And luckily, or little did she know, there was a tattoo parlor right next door.
Right next door.
So I went across the way. And within like 20 minutes, I came back. And she's like, where have you been? And
He comes over to me and shows me his lip. He has Mal.
I tattooed Mal on my lip.
With a heart as the A. So I run over to the tattoo place and I was like, do me. And they're like, oh my gosh, you're Mallory. I'm like, yep. So I got Carlos.
It kind of didn't last, but
Mine came out the next day,
It's the
especially
thought
because
that
we had a
counted.
couple drinks in us. But
so from day one, we've been all in.
committed, all in.
Yeah. Love you.
Love you.
So let's break it down. I work amazing with my hands. I can make anything happen. She's
Creative, so
super
creative. I can make anything out of anything.
We're deceitful because we'll make people think that we're their friends, but we're really not going to be their friends, and we will do what it takes to send them in the wrong direction.
Lead them in the wrong direction.
No, just send them in the wrong direction. Or either way.
He's so mean. It's gonna be hard for me to be mean, but I'll do it.
This is how we're gonna walk the entire race.
Thanks for taking the time to get to know us. I'm Los.
And I'm Mal.
If you like us now, you'll love us in person.
See you soon.